fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Smith, his first carry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. These two teams met in Nashville earlier in the year with the Titans coming away victorious. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run it now with Smith. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. His way forward to about the 48-yard line. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Just past him at the 45. And he will have a Titans first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. That one goes for 8 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Tannehill. And this one complete to Smith. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. First down, Titans, gain of 12. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run with Smith. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This will be the 8th play in the drive here. 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, it's Evans. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Smith. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Ito Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. Nyheim Hines, his first carry, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
You know, it was tough for them to stand on the sidelines and watch the other team take it downfield and score, wasn't it? So they knew when they got on the field, it's on them. Pick up first downs, get downfield and score. How about them picking up that 3rd and short?
I was just going to say, you and I were talking before the game, those 3rd down conversions are going to be huge in this one. Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. This defense for the Titans, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence. 2nd
down, another run with Taylor. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. This defense for the Titans, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this time.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. 6-0 our score after 1. Has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Play action. It's Tannehill. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
So this, Charles, on paper at least, not the most even of matchups. Polar opposite, really. I mean, on one sideline, you got the hottest team in the league, still unbeaten, and on the other side, a winless squad.
And that's why I owe you, and I owe you big, because you did email me this week to remember any given Sunday. That was a phrase you typed to me. And that's what we have to remember in this ball game. It resounds when you think about it. Unbeaten versus winless. Any given Sunday, anything can happen in this league.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. On first down, Smith. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second down, here's Smith again. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
So a nice catch right there. And this receiving core, without their number 1 wideout, keep that in mind. He's inactive this week, though it shouldn't be a long-term absence.
And I would think, partner, that this is where an offensive coordinator believes he can solve the problem by spreading the ball around. Because anytime you lose your number 1 guy, it's obviously a blow to your offense. But there's also an opportunity to say, hey, they can't focus on trying to stop one guy. Keep spreading it around. The last part, each one of those receivers, they believe they're the number 1 guy, and they're ready to step up.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll try and run for this with Evans. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And they'll run for it with Evans. And I think the ball's out. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Smith trying to run for it. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The offense on 3rd down, They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Tannehill. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. McCann's kick up and good. And that will make our score 9-0. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Off play action, Tannehill. This complete to Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll run on 1st down. Smith.
64 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. From the gun, it's a run by Evans.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. Skirts by him at the 35. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Tannehill now to throw. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They go back to the ground now with Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. McCann's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on Halloween, as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
A quick throw to the left flat, and he's got it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Running left, Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year. Back to Taylor on 1st down.
And he's got room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's the jet sweep to Pascal. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Now a give to Taylor. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 60 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The 3rd running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, 3rd most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Hines. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And this is back to a 5-point game.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 7, Tannehill.
On the screen, this is Evans.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Smith. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Again, it's Smith. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Caught on the right side by Jones.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A handoff to Smith, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd down, here's Smith again.
That's the 35. He'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
On the handoff, it's Evans.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
2nd and 5.
A give to Smith out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Titans on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble-prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught, take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Tannehill. Throw right side, taken in by Pettis. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Evans. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Darrynton Evans, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. This time, the extra point up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, it's Wentz. Looking deep for Hilton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive. They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz looking for Campbell downfield. He's got him in. Complete. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Here's Smith as he'll try to run some clock. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 109 yards on the ground for him so far. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll run it again with Smith. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run out of the gun with Evans. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. His kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run once more with Taylor. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Wentz to throw. Pass complete to Hines. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Finding Pascal. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Back to throw. Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Now Wentz. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have two to possibly take this to overtime.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. They're going to try and run for it, and he will get in. The 2-point conversion is good, and we may be on our way to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go. Here we go. Number 53. 53 at the mic.
Tannehill. Looking deep for Julio.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Julio Jones once again the intended target, but now it'll be third down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Here's Tannehill.
He'll buy some time right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Throwing, Tannehill.
Looking downfield for Jones.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Now a handoff coming left, Evans.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? Anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up. Here's Brett Kern now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
And part 1 is done, now part 2. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Calling a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. What can Wentz do now with his drive? Throws this one right side to Pascal. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Taylor.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this game will remain tied. So into overtime and all the way to the end of overtime, they have a chance to win it. Couldn't convert on the field goal, and we end in the very rare tie.
Don't see it very often. We did discuss it as we began overtime that because it's a regular season game, we're going to play that last quarter. And if no one scores or however, if it finishes in a tie, that's it. But boy, how bad do you feel for it? The opportunity to win it with a field goal at the end, and it doesn't go through the pipes.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Indy.